it's easier than before to lose motivation. And don't be too hard on yourself, because everyone, either like whenever we are, like we're all going through a pandemic together. Everyone has been in this up and down throughout this pandemic. So, sometimes it's even hard to judge. It's like, should I just push myself a little harder, or should I just keep banging my head on the wall? What is it that I'm supposed to do? Again, don't be too hard on yourself, because sometimes in the moment of the crisis, we don't have all the answers, but if you have faith, and especially if you know your why, if you know the reason why you came up with the goal that you have, because sometimes. Hello everyone, this is Inspired Tuesday. This is my weekly vlog that I started to motivate and inspire my team at Icon Dental Center, and it was so positive to my team that I decided to share it with you in hope to motivate and inspire you as well. So since the pandemic and all the craziness that's been happening in the world, I decided to change the format of the vlog to focus on the themes or in subjects that are related to the pandemic and things that we are going through in our daily lives lately. So today the topic is keep going. In reality, there's so much going on and there's so many things that can be stressful that all we can think of is like, is there a way that we can escape and run away and go to a tropical beach so we can take a break? But in reality, that is not a deal, right? We can't just run away at this point. So the only thing we can do is find things that can motivate us so we can keep going. And today I'll be talking about 3 tips. I'll start with 2, then bring 1 quote, then 1 more tip. I really hope this is helpful for you. Enjoy. Tip number 1 is never give up. So with, again, all that's happening in the world, it's easier than before to lose motivation. And don't be too hard on yourself, because everyone, either like whenever we are, like we're all going through a pandemic together. Everyone has been in this up and down throughout this pandemic. So, sometimes it's even hard to judge. It's like, should I just push myself a little harder, or should I just keep banging my head on the wall? What is it that I'm supposed to do? Again, don't be too hard on yourself, because sometimes in the moment of the crisis, we don't have all the answers, but if you have faith, and especially if you know your why, if you know the reason why you came up with the goal that you have, because sometimes the reason, the why is very superficial. I just want a better car. I just said that thing doesn't give you so much energy and motivation to keep pushing. But if you know your why, and your why is deep enough and is stronger than anything, and you have faith, somehow you're going to start to see more opportunities and answers. Just be patient, don't lose hope totally, and never give up. That's the main thing. And push yourself into a gratitude mode just so you can have some energy, right? Because as many things that is happening, there's always a reason for us to be grateful, and things can always be worse. So if you start to focus on this and you don't give up and you know your why, you will find the answer. I promise you, it's happened. Everyone is going in through this, tough time right now. But, for people that don't give up, things are going to start to open up eventually. Just have faith and keep going. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is stop comparing yourself to others. Like, I'll start in here with this quote from Albert Einstein. He said, "It's not that I'm so smart. I just stay with problems longer." Now, what he was trying to say is, it's not that everything for him was a piece of cake because he's dead. Like, just because he's a genius. He just worked harder. So why am I mentioning this? Because it's easier for us to be lured that the greener grass over the fence, like the neighbor has a greener grass. Especially during this time of social media, you can see like oh my God, that country is doing so much better. They have so much more resources. And I know that I have an audience from different places in the world, and you may look, oh, they have a better government, they are doing better in there. I promise you that no life is perfect. No one is having a perfect life right now, and everyone struggle their own way. I understand that in some may be struggling in this situation a little more, but everyone is struggling somehow, and it's a tough struggle. So if we stop comparing ourselves to others, that's going to give us energy for us to keep going, because that drags us down when we're trying to be like we are hopeless because everybody else is doing better. It's not real, right? And this is why I keep preaching more and more, because everyone is struggling, because it's not been easy for anyone. Kindness is really a huge thing right now. The world is in need of more kindness, more compassion, and because when people are getting so stressed out with situations that is going on in the world, people tend to be on edge and aggravated. So let's all increase a little bit more on our tolerance, on kindness, because that's what we need right now. Everybody's struggling their own way, and we just have to unify and pray together for better days in everywhere and in all the countries. So stop comparing yourself to others. This is tip number 2 in order for us to keep going.
A quote from Theodore Roosevelt: "Courage is not having the strength to go on. It's going on when you don't have the strength."
Tip number 3 is take care of yourself and think positively. Okay, again, with all it's happening, right? Back to the pandemic and everything that is going on, that is a consequence of the pandemic, right? The economic crisis and everything that is happening everywhere. It's very hard sometimes for a lot of us to even think about ourselves, because we have our family to take care of. You have all these other things that you're thinking about, that it makes you forget that you're also human and you need to be sound in order to keep going. So I can't emphasize this enough, that mental health and physical health is they are key for you to keep going. There is no way you can keep going if health is not there. So your sleep, your food, what you eat, and your exercise, that cannot be put aside. It cannot be negotiated at this point. I know that it's kind of hard to even think about it when there's so many big things going on. But again, those things and your positive thoughts and your health, taking care of yourself, it is what's going to help you keep going. And if you have family to support, bills to pay, and all these things, then your mental health is you really have to take care of that. You have to take care of yourself, because, all these other things are not going to get done if your health goes down. So let's keep, doing everything in order to stay positive, whatever it takes. For some people is meditation. It's the information you consume, books you read. Like if the news is really getting you aggravated, take a break on that. Whatever it takes in order for you to keep going. It's very important. And that's tip number 3. So I really hope those tips were helpful, and please keep sending your DMs and connecting with me. It really motivates me to even keep going. Thank you very much, and I'm very grateful for that. Until next time, my friends, stay healthy, stay safe, and stay optimistic. I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye-bye.